So tell me why I've been trying to film so many things today with my camera, which is new, and I suck at, like, understanding things. Like, it can tell me fucking something and I don't know what the fuck that means. Yeah, that's me, dumb as fuck. So I'm filming with my phone right now because I'm trying to, like, go get my nails. Hold on, now you acting up on me? So basically I'm just trying to bring you guys along with me to get my nails done. It's been like 3 weeks, maybe a month since I have these, and I was gonna get them redone the same style with stars, just have the stars be a lot brighter, but I can only stand acrylics for so long. I'm like more into natural looking nails. I do miss them once in a while, so I get them. Anyways, let's go get my nails done, and then I want to talk to you guys about some products. Hopefully my camera's working by then. By the way, it's like the second day after my lips were done, and I woke up and they did go a little bit down because last night they were freaking me out. They are a little bit bruised, very little, very minimum, but I'm loving them. I just got out of the nail place. I just really got this the camera's not really picking it up, but it's like a really cute neon pink, and then the other hand's neon green. I'll show you right now because I'm holding my phone with it. She took forever. I feel like she was just like taking her sweet time. She was slow, but like, when you don't want people to be in a rush, because I complain about people being in a rush a lot. Well, at like this point she was like taking forever, so I can tip her like $20 so I can think she took her time, but I can see her. Like, I am making this short little clip just to talk to you guys about some products I had mentioned I wanted to talk to you guys about. Most of them I feel like are from Sephora or drugstore, Walmart, anywhere. So I know I told you guys at the beginning that I didn't want to speak about, well, I didn't want to do makeup tutorial videos, but I don't mind speaking about, certain products that I really do love and enjoy and that I see in my drawer, because usually I stick to things. So if I like it, it's because I really freaking fuck with it and I love it. Okay, so first of all, I want to get started with foundations, and most of the products I'm going to be talking about is going to be foundations, primers, moisturizers, highlighters, because that's what I'm really more into. I'm not the type that goes, wild on palettes and stuff, because I feel like as if it's not necessary to have every palette, because as long as you have every shade that you use, I think you're good. Obviously, quality does, matter. Sometimes some eyeshadows are more pigmented than others, but I'm not like an eyeshadow palette freak. No, I focus more on highlighters, foundations, and primers, like I said. Okay, so to begin with, I do want to talk about primers. I want to talk about primers because I feel like for primers, when it comes to primers, I am very picky. I like them to feel a certain way. I'm very specific about the feeling. So when it comes to primers, I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna talk about the Huda Beauty primer that I bought recently, and it's full and it's been sitting on my drawer because I absolutely hate it. I like for my primers the texture to be very soft, that it feels kind of almost like if it's moisturizing your skin all over again, even after you have already applied a moisturizer on your face. Oh, my friend is calling.
What are you doing?
I'm filming.
No que muy bruised.
Dude, I covered it, but I don't know, I think something, I'm filming, look. I think something, algo me picó como esto me pasó en México pero en el brazo, and I covered it, but you can see it. I haven't told them. They're probably like,
what are you wearing?
Honestly, it's just like, it's this because I just want the top to show because nothing else is showing. But I'm gonna take like 20 minutes y te hablo. I'm just gonna talk about like some stuff. I uploaded a YouTube video. Did you see it already?
Okay, pues,
¿Ya viste mi video?
The lips?
Ajá.
Yeah, I was watching halfway. My phone died. I just searched it.
Bueno, ahorita te llamo.
Okay, pues, bye.
Dale, bye. That was my... Anyways, distracted. What was I saying? Okay, about the Huda Beauty primer, right? Basically, I hate this one because it's very watery, and then once you apply it onto the face, it feels like it dries and almost as if you never put anything. So I didn't like it at all. That's something that I can say like about this one. I never liked it. It's been in my drawer forever and I just don't like it. And I'm gonna show you kind of. It's watery, but it doesn't even feel it doesn't even feel as if you're applying anything. So I don't love it. I don't think I have like a primer that I've hated, because even the drugstore primers are really good. For example, I'm gonna tell you one that's really bomb, and it's gonna be this one, the Silk Canvas by Tatcha, which is pricey, but it's really good. And I'm gonna tell you, if you want this one and you just don't want to spend so much money, they have I think they call it the dupe. Is it dupe? The dupe, something that it's like the one they compare to this one a lot, and it is by Elf, and they compare it to this one. They say it does the same thing, it feels the same. People have worn like half Tatcha, half Elf for the whole day, and they say they're absolutely the same. And then you can see I do use it. This one, I'm gonna say I love. You see how it even looks creamy, and then when you apply it, it feels like you're applying moisturizer, and it's so soft, like a baby's butt. That's kind of what I'm talking about when I say I like them to feel very the texture, just that when you apply it, it feels really soft, and kind of like if it's boring, kind of like when you put a filter and it looks like it's all nice and soft. That's kind of what I like them to feel like it's just giving you this really soft, you know, texture. That way when you apply the foundation, it just sits on really nicely. Other than like having watery primers, it's just like they dry out and it's like if you never put anything. So for the Tatcha one, I'm gonna say I love it. I have worn it a few times now and I absolutely like it. If I didn't like it, I would go right back to Sephora and return it and be like, you know what, this didn't work out for me. Because it is a pricey product. It's not like a primer that I wear on a daily basis. Usually I'm always home, so I'm not gonna wear expensive products just to be at home. That's just my way of thinking. Let's say sometimes I'm home but I do want to like get ready, because usually if I don't get ready for so many days and I start getting like depressed, so I'm like, I'm just gonna apply a little bit of makeup on. Or sometimes I'm just home and I want to take pictures for Instagram or my boutique, which we'll talk about right now because I want everyone to check it out. So for sure, the Tatcha primer, if you haven't tried it, you have to go get a little sample of it at Sephora, and we're gonna talk about samples at Sephora because I'm a big freak on that. So on a daily basis, I wear this, and I've gone through probably like 3 of these and 2 of these, because I always go for like the greenish one because of my, you know, blemishes for acne. Green helps with those red spots in your face, so I try to stick with this one more. But I have gone to I've gone through like 2 or 3 of these for sure. and this is probably like my second one or third one. So these I do use like on a daily basis. I don't care if they're drugstore or not. Even if I'm just gonna be home, I really don't mind. For drugstore primers, if you are more into drugstore products because you don't think you necessarily need expensive products, because that's me, I really don't mind if it's expensive or not, as long as it does the work. So if I talk about these products, it's because obviously I like them. If I don't like them, I wouldn't talk about them, or I would talk about them and tell you why I don't like them. So as you can tell, I have these by NYX, and these are almost empty. This one, I want to say these do feel a lot like the Smashbox ones. I compare the feeling of these, just like I love these Smashbox ones. Like, they feel so freaking amazing on the skin when you apply. It's just something else, and these do feel a lot like that. So I would compare those to those. And then I'm like more into, I feel like I find myself buying mostly Maybelline and the L'Oreal. So these are basically gone. These were in my makeup bag for like ever until they're done, and I actually find better ones or I replace them because they're over. These do the job, but I would say these are more like on the creamy side. I want to talk about this one because I was on this for so very long. I went through like 20 of these. I'm not even kidding, because I break out a lot. So for sure, I do want to say like my skin has gotten a lot better, I feel like, throughout time. But I would break out a lot and my skin was always irritated. At least that's what it felt like, that's what it looked like. But I still didn't want to be out and not have like any coverage, because if you suffer from acne, you know exactly how that feels. It's embarrassing. It's like it brings your self-esteem down. So this is basically let me see if it's a primer. I thought it was something else this whole time. Yeah, it's not a primer, guys. It says transform to universal shade to reduce the look of red. So it comes out looking green, like green as in Shrek, but as you blend it, it like fades off and it just starts covering all your blemishes. And I was on this for so very long by L'Oreal. It's definitely, guys, gonna be on, like, if you have blemishes, use this. I love it. I went through a lot. Like, I'm not even kidding, I went through a lot. People love this one. It's the Professional one, and I went through a few of these as well, but I feel like I just moved on. The primers at Sephora, I just like trying new ones. Especially, I really base off on reviews from other people, either other YouTube beauty gurus or just reviews on the internet. I've had the Too Faced Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer, and this one, maybe I didn't love it because it's still kind of full and it's been in my drawer for so long. It's expired by now. Actually, I want to show you guys something just in case you didn't know, because I didn't know for like my whole life until I seen it barely. Can you guys see? Let's see if it's focusing. Can you guys see that little can? It's like this little container. It's open. Basically, it's gonna have like 12 months, 6 months, 24 months. It's gonna say something. That means it's just basically letting you know how long after you open it that product works for. And this is hella expired. I obviously didn't love it because it's almost full, and I don't remember why. Honestly, I might have just not liked it. But I've had a lot of primers, honestly, and I do have the Fenty Beauty. I was so shocked because this is the second time filming this video, only because the first time I was missing a lot of products I wanted to talk about. So I was like, no, I'll just, you know, film it again. I was shook. It was so funny because in my last video, I came to realize that it's Fenty Beauty and Huda Beauty. And in one of my past YouTube videos I already uploaded, I remember I would always be like, I was confusing either or. I thought it was only Huda Beauty and not Fenty Beauty. I thought it was just Fenty. And so in my other video I was like, oh, no way, like I was shook. I'll try to get that small clip and see and show you guys how shook I was, because honestly I didn't know they were both Huda Beauty, Fenty Beauty. I thought it was just Huda Beauty and it was just Fenty, but I would always confuse Fenty with, you know, I would add the beauty part. So I was shook about that. The Huda Beauty, I always, yeah, it's Huda Beauty. What? Is it? Yeah, okay, this is the one. What? Okay, no, I'm so fucking shook right now. It is on my side, on the creamier side. I feel like I love primers so much that it's not even that I don't like it. I just like moving on and trying new ones, but definitely it is on my side, the creamier side, like I said, the softer side. I do like it. I'm not gonna say I don't like it because I really do. The newest one to the collection is going to be this one by Laura Mercier. The Tatcha one is pretty new too, but like I said, I love trying new primers, and this one I did buy because of a beauty guru that I watch, and her skin is flawless, and I was like, I don't care if this is not the one specifically for oily skin, because I always go for the ones that are specifically for oily skin. Like I always go for the oily skin types. This is the Laura Mercier, and it's the Foundation Primer Radiance. This is for all skin types. There was like at least 8 to 10 different ones of this type of primer for oily skin and all kinds. I usually go for the one for oily skin, like I said, but I think I came to realize that I always go for matte foundations. I always go for like everything just for oily skin, and I've noticed my skin, maybe I'm not as oily as I thought, or maybe I am oily, but it's just I'm patting it too much and it ends up looking cakey and it doesn't look dewy. And I love dewy finish looks, and her face was just amazing. Her skin was really, really nice, and honestly I'm 22 years old, and I'm like, okay, it's like such a good age, you know, to start caring a little bit more for your skin. It's always important to take care of your skin. It's something that I feel like my mom never taught me how to take care of my skin properly, and then she has no idea what makeup is. She probably knows foundation is called foundation because we taught her. She's kind of been, you know, what do you call it? What's that word I'm looking for? She's been progressing to knowing more, you know. Just we're in 2019. She wears makeup now. She didn't for like all her life. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm wearing this primer right now, and I really like the feeling. It's more on the creamier side, and when you apply it, it's almost as if it's giving you a natural, because we're not wearing foundation yet, it's giving you like a natural glow, and I absolutely love it. So like I'm living by it, and it's shocking to me because I never go for these type of primers, but it's for all skin types. Anyways, another product I'm gonna move on to, we're gonna move on to foundations. No, right before we move on to foundations, I do want to talk about how I'm like a freak on getting samples at Sephora. If you didn't know, Sephora will give you samples of anything and as many things as you want, and it's not because I'm cheap or I want to save and just be using their stuff. No, it's not because of that at all. It's just because I be buying stuff, really big products, for like when it comes to moisturizers, they're usually like 50 up, you know. So it's okay, I don't mind buying expensive products if I'm gonna love them. I'm always finding myself going back and returning the product because I don't love it. So now what I started doing is bringing samples home. So they'll give you as many samples as you need, and you can try the product and see if you like it or not. If you do, well, you go back and buy the full product. Sorry, I can't speak today, I'm hungry. Let me take a break. Do I look too far? You guys want to see my beautiful face closer? I feel like that's too close. Anyways, we'll have it like this for like a little bit. I feel like that's way too close. Anyways, I did get this one primer. For example, when I tell you guys that sometimes you just won't like the product, this primer that I've seen a lot of beauty gurus talk about, the banana primer, which is very popular and I've heard really good reviews about it, but for me it just didn't work out on my skin. I don't know where it's at. I don't think it's this one. It's somewhere, I just don't know where it's at. Oh, it's right here actually. It's this primer. It's not clear, it looks almost like a foundation mixed with primer. You know those one primers that have like a little bit of like coverage in them? Yeah, so I applied it on my skin, you know, just as my routine, that I moisturize, and then I let the moisturizer sit for a little bit, and then I prime right before putting the foundation on. So once I started applying it, it started like peeling. It started peeling. You know when you put too much lotion or some type of lotions, like they start feeling like they start peeling or just nasty? That started happening. Like when you get a sunburn and you start peeling, the skin starts coming off. Yeah, that happened. And I only tried it once, so I'm not gonna say it's the worst because I only tried it once. I'm not sure what the reason was, so I don't want to say it sucks, but that's something I didn't like about it. And I was gonna buy the full size one, but then I decided I wanted to try it out first. So that's that. Moving on to foundations, I did recently buy this one the same day I bought the primer, the Laura Mercier foundation, and it's the Flawless Lumiere Radiance Perfecting Foundation. And this is another one that's not specifically for oily skin like I usually go for, but like I said, her skin was just so bomb that I was like, I'm gonna copy everything she does. Everything she buys, I'm gonna buy. Yeah, I busted one of those. You know those people that like, you know people that you know are always copying? Like, I'm like that with that beauty guru. And I'm actually wearing it today, and let me tell you, I be looking dewy, super dewy, not oily dewy, just the perfect dewy, not matte, dewy. I usually am a matte baby, but at this point I feel like I'm kind of changing my habits because of this. Girl, it's not necessarily full coverage. I feel like you can build it up, but it's really good for sure. It like the first layer will cover, but since I like covering always like a little bit more because of my acne marks and stuff, then I did apply a second layer, but it's not super light. Like, it does the job. Right before I'm gonna be hooked onto this one for sure for a while. I'm like obsessed with the Huda Beauty foundation. This is more like of a full coverage. My camera's gonna die. Oh my god, no. Anyways, let me hurry up. It's really good. I love it. I've had like 4 bottles. These are brand new because I finished the other ones. These are brand new. I love them, full coverage. Like I said, drugstore foundations that I am obsessed with is this one. I have like 20 bottles of these. I'm not even kidding. It's full coverage. It's by far the best drugstore foundation I've had, and it is by Maybelline. Right before this, I have like 30 bottles of this. You can ask my sister. She's like, what's up with you and having so many? So Maybelline is, you know, doing good. So my camera decided it wanted to die or stop recording. So here we go again because I was gonna rush through everything. But real quick, I'm just gonna talk about the foundations. And these are all drugstore foundations. Like I mentioned, this one is my top favorite at the moment. I've been going through bottles like monthly. Literally, I have like at least 10 right there ready for me to use. Before that one, this one by Maybelline as well, which is really good, and this one's matte and poreless. And I don't remember, it's been so long since I used this one because I've been hooked onto this one and the I think this one was just a little bit more runny, like more runny, not as you know, concentrated. This one by NYX, guys, like I'm living for this one. I'm loving it. Like, I guess all of these are just kind of there, and it just depends. This one's a little bit more on the lighter side. It does cover enough and you can layer it. It's by Wet n Wild, but if you are someone who really pays attention to smell, this literally reminds me of just paint, just the smell of paint, which I love the smell of paint, but probably not on my face. It does, like, meanwhile you're wearing it, it's not like you're smelling paint, but it smells like paint. Some of the ones I want to say that they did not work out for me, I did not like them at all. This one's pretty new. I'm sure you guys have seen this, ladies. It's new, they've been promoting it everywhere. Let me tell you, I don't necessarily want to judge it and be like it sucks, but the first time I used it, it was just so bad. You can see that this is pretty similar to my skin color, but it oxidizes so bad. Like, it oxidizes ridiculously. I ended up looking like 5 shades darker than me. You can see when I went out that the foundation stopped like right here, where I usually bring down my foundation like to the sides and stuff. It oxidizes really bad, but before I say do not buy it, I want to try it out one more time, maybe in another shade, maybe now that I'm getting darker. It's pretty new. I've just tried it once. It is full coverage, and I love the fact that it has sunscreen. SPF 25. Yeah, that's great about that. This one by Milani, I've just had in my drawer for so long. I don't know what it is that I didn't like about it. I usually always shake my products, so you can't say I don't give them a fair try, a fair chance, because I always like shake my products automatically. I'll just start shaking. Anyway, so those are my drugstore foundations. I do want to mention this guy. I do outline my eyebrows top and bottom with a pencil, and then I fill it in just with an eyebrow powder from Walmart as well, because I do get a lot of questions about my eyebrows, and I feel like by time I've just gotten a lot better at doing my eyebrows, because when I first began to do my eyebrows, I don't even want to talk about it. I always admit it, I just really sucked at doing my eyebrows, but no one really taught me anything. My mom never taught me anything. My sisters didn't really, well, it's not that they didn't want to, it's just like we were just always doing our own thing. So I've learned for sure. I've gotten better experiences, everything, so it's okay. You can see all my little samples here of Sephora translucent loose setting powder. I've gone through like 3 freaking little guys. I'm gonna tell you, like, I like it. Everyone knows it's really, really good, but at this point I feel like even if I apply a little bit, like, I feel cakey. So I am looking forward on trying a new one. It's bomb. It's so bomb, but I don't know, I think like I just really want to try a new powder for my face. Blush, I just recently started using blush. I just never used blush, but you know, I had been seeing my sister using blush, and then I've heard a few beauty gurus that just like made me want to start using blush, and it's really pretty. Like, it just makes, it gives you like a different look right there. Like, it's just like a little bit pinkish, and then I try to not contrast dark anymore. So I have this one by L'Oreal that I'm actually liking a lot. This one wasn't like the pinkest one, it was just like the perfect peachy color. It's $191. Anyways, for the makeup removers, I want to talk about these because I literally, every time I see them, I take all of them because there's usually like not a lot of these, and I always get the big package. Sometimes they don't even have the big package, just the smaller package. Let me tell you how much I freaking love these guys by Garnier. I feel like they're not oily at all, and I hate the fact that I was using the, was it Neutrogena? Yeah, the popular ones, the blue purple looking package. They're just so oily and they make my face just oily, and I don't like it. Like, it doesn't make it feel clean. Like, these are so perfect. You don't feel like they sting or like they smell. They have a pretty nice smell to them. It's not very strong. This is for oily skin, me. I absolutely love these, just in case you are looking for, or you just want to know of some good makeup removers. These are definitely like, I love these. I always go looking for these, but if there's none of these, then I don't end up buying the Neutrogena ones because I just don't like the fact that they're super oily. And then I do want to talk about this palette. I know I said I'm not like a freak about palettes, but as soon as I seen this one, I use it a lot, so it's not gonna be nice and, you know, cute. It's gonna be all messy and stuff. It has the prettiest colors to it, and I always go for these colors. Honestly, I take this everywhere. Like, I don't need anything else. This is like so bomb. I love it. It's just like, you should get it. That's all I'm saying. Other stuff that I want to talk about is just this, because I find myself going through bottles and bottles and bottles. I finally bought the big one because I would buy the medium one, which isn't like so much smaller than this. I'm not sure how many flow ounces it has, but this is the big one. This is the 23.7 ounces. And I just go through this like this quick, and it's just so, it comes in handy. Like, sometimes in the morning, you wash your face at night, right? Hopefully you do. And then in the mornings, it's just like, I just want to remove any oils that I produce during the night, and I honestly still want to have like a clean face before applying any moisturizer or any makeup. So just with the little pad or the bigger pad, I cleanse my face. It's just literally, it says removes makeup plus cleanses and refreshes. No rinse, no harsh rubbing, face, lips, eyes, all skin types, even sensitive, oil, alcohol, and fragrance free. And it's I can't ever pronounce that. Tested for safety, dermatologist, whatever, don't make fun of me. And yeah, and it's just so good. Like, sometimes I run out of makeup removers, and this literally does the job, and you feel like it does the same job as a baby wipe, as a makeup remover. Sorry, removes makeup, like eye makeup, so easily. Like, I just literally put it and set it on my eye, and it removes everything, even the mascara. And sometimes that the makeup removers don't even remove the mascara, so it's really good. This is like, I just got the big one barely. And then I do want to talk about these pills right here. I recently started my diet again, and apple cider vinegar is just known to do miracles. It's really good for everything, for a lot of things. But you know, I tried it drinking it, the liquid. I tried buying the bottle, the organic, blah blah blah, with water. I tried it to do it in so many ways, and just the smell makes me want to gag and throw up. So when I found these, I was like, oh my gosh, Mom, I found the apple cider vinegar pills. And my brother Johnny actually was drinking apple cider vinegar pills, I believe they were, and my mom said he lost weight. I don't remember, I wasn't paying attention, it was like a long time ago. And these are like everything, gluten-free, dairy-free, non-GMO, I suck at reading and pronouncing, guys, so sorry. Preservative free. Yeah, so I'm on a diet, and even if I wasn't, you can still drink them, but usually if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it good. If not, I'm not even gonna waste them if I'm gonna be pigging out. Started my diet again just to kind of cleanse my stomach, because I feel like a lot of my problems with acne is because of the way I eat, and then I just want to clean my gut, clean everything. Just really, you're gonna see a lot of changes in my skin, and then hopefully I look freaking glowy when you see me. Drink 2 in the mornings. Usually it can be before breakfast. Just drink water and let this fall into your stomach, but some people think it's bad, so you can have some eggs with whatever, or just have your breakfast and then have your vinegar pill. But regardless if you are on a diet or not, these work for you. But like I said, I just try to do things right. I'm on a diet, so I'm sure I'm gonna see results even faster. Okay, so I found this guy and it literally changed my life. It changed my life completely. Like, when I seen this, I was like, I was about to die or get a heart attack or something, because so it's basically just a root cover up, but your girl has like some entradas right here that just don't make my high ponytail look the same. Like, I be looking like Kim K now, bitch, because don't think her freaking what do you call this, edge up, line up, hair, freaking, I can't find the word, it's just perfect. Like, she be using this, I mean she uses something, you know. So basically, to get the perfect ponytail, y que no se me vean, like, you know when you do very slick ponytails and you don't have a lot of hair here on the sides, well, at least I don't, you can just see like kind of your ¿cómo se dice? I don't know what you call it, guys. Anyways, puedes ver pues así que no tienes mucho pelo, eso es lo que quiero decir. Anyways, yeah, this guy, guys, it changed my life. You literally just spray it like on where you don't have like enough hair. One day I can show you guys if you guys would like. And it changed my life. Like, it changed my life completely. And I've only had it for like so long, and every time I have a ponytail, now I can have my hair up, because even if I have like the most beautiful hair, I don't like having it down a lot. Like, I'd rather just have it up and feel like I'm still, I don't know, it's just like my hair's so thin, it'd be getting tangled for no reason. Anyways, I think that was it. Oh no, one more thing. This guy right here, one of my friends told me that I have to get it, because I actually seen it on her, and I was like, what do you call this? I'm like, I have an 8 and it's like 6 in the afternoon. What highlighter do you use? And it's a liquidy one, so I was like, I don't know, but I actually tried hers, and I have it in my nose right here. I have it right there and right there, and then a little bit on my forehead. If you can see like a bruise or like a bump right there, it's because I wasn't even gonna film this video because of it. It's like, I don't know what bit me, and I have like this big purple bruise, and it's actually swollen, but you can't tell because I'm like this. Anyways, this guy does miracles. I just put it on the tip of my nose, and then a little bit here. You can put it on the lip, anywhere you want. That is all for today. Let me know if you guys liked this video, if you guys want more of these type of videos. These are literally products that I live for and that I really do honestly like. I wouldn't recommend something that I really have no idea of it, if it's good or if I don't like it, just to talk about it. No, I'll talk my truth. And right before you guys go, I would love to ask you guys to please subscribe, to make sure you like this video, and do not go without doing that. Anyways, guys, have an amazing week. See you guys later.